Many folks rush into the downsizing process without understanding the potential pitfalls. So today, I want to dive into these 5 mistakes and how to sidestep them. So the first downsizing mistake that will crush your retirement: waiting too long to make the decision. Guys, your home is more than just an investment. It's played a significant role in your life and the lives of your loved ones. So it's no surprise that you might hesitate to leave it behind. However, be cautious. Postponing downsizing for too long will make the process much harder than it has to be. See, as you get older, moving becomes challenging. You're less able to do the heavy lifting that you used to do before. You have less energy, and you're not going to want to deal with the stress that is inevitable in a move. I'm dealing with this myself, so trust me. You also have to think about what has life in store for you. Many people wind up downsizing after severe illness, a spouse's death, or possibly even death. Can you think of any time worse for a move? Talk about already having enough stress in your life as it is. Downsizing is something that you're seriously considering. Try to get it done while it's still reasonable, not overwhelming, and not a huge challenge. Second mistake: holding costs is actually something that you should consider long before you ultimately decide to downsize. That is, not understanding your holding costs for your current house that you occupy. Holding cost is actually something that you should consider long before you ultimately decide to downsize. That is not understanding what your holding costs are for your current house that you occupy. Do you know what owning your home is really costing you? People are often surprised when they add up all the numbers just to see how much of their income is being spent on holding costs. So what are these typical holding costs? Let me review them real quick. Utilities. If you're living in a house that is too large, you may find yourself spending a fortune to keep the house warm or cool. If your utilities are averaging a couple $100s each month, you could be looking at thousands of dollars per year minimum. Next holding cost: tax. So, depending on the size and the location of your home, you could be looking at thousands of dollars that you need to cough up for property taxes. With a strategic downsizing plan, you can exit your home into a lower tax assessed property, which will save you thousands over the short period. And if you consider downsizing and relocating to a new state, now lower taxes could make your retirement years stretch out much, much longer, because now you have a better and a reduced cost of. Next holding cost: just simply routine maintenance. Light bulbs, gas for the lawnmower, new air conditioning filters, roof, paint, doors, windows, all this stuff. Guys, it adds up quicker than you might think. Next, surprise repairs, right? Nothing is more frustrating than when you need to repair a hot water heater that is leaking in the basement now. So consider these things. It can be very frustrating that now you're in a place you want to downsize, and now you have a bunch of repairs to do. The next thing people don't think about is cleaning. So of course, every home you live in is going to need cleaning. However, look at how much time it takes to clean, let's say, a 3,000 square foot house compared to a considerably smaller. The third mistake in downsizing: not planning thoroughly. Guys, this is a big one. Not having a plan once you sell your primary residence. You're probably planning on moving down in size to a house that is actually a higher velocity price point. Okay, now let me explain what that means. Let's say you sell your 4 or 5 bedroom house at $550,000. That's your price point. And then now you plan on moving into a home that's in the $250,000 range, maybe a condo. It's smaller, of course, 1,200 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Well, guess what? Now you're competing with one of the largest demographics of people in the buying market is the first time millennial home buyers. Again, you're going to need a strategic plan and know how to navigate that plan intelligently. Fourth mistake: not preparing well enough for the actual move. So moving is incredibly stressful, and it takes a lot of time and planning. Most people just wing it. When you're downsizing, it can be a huge mistake to start winging. Moving is a very stressful event in one's life. It takes time and planning, and most people just wing it. When downsizing, doing so can be a big mistake. Lots of folks are notorious for leaving things till the last minute. Not giving yourself ample time to pack your house is a classic mistake. You'd be surprised at how many people they wait and they wait and they wait. Even if you're exceptionally skilled at organizing, it can be exhausting to sort out your entire life's belongings in just a few days. So don't forget, you should have an expert downsizing advisor on your team that can help you with a proven process and a checklist that can help relieve the moving stress. Guys, it's also a good idea to consider hiring one of the best moving companies in advance, especially if your move is going to take place during the summer months, which obviously is the busiest time. So you have to look at what is your time worth, and is that time better spent doing something else besides moving all of your life's belongings to a different state or a different location of the city. Fifth mistake we see is not putting enough thought into the real estate agent selection process. Guys, this is absolutely one of the most important considerations of your downsizing and selling the home that you live in. Of course, the real estate agent you choose can have far-reaching effects on how quickly you sell and for how much. For whatever reason, many people think all real estate agents do the same thing to sell a home. So this could not be further from the truth. There is a great reason why some agents consistently produce year after year after year, and others don't. When selling, it's important to conduct a thorough interview with the real estate agent. It would help if you asked extremely pointed questions about what exactly they are going to do for you. Far too many people don't take the agent selection process seriously, and they don't take the time is necessary to compare listing agent presentations and marketing plans and what is each agent going to do for you. You obviously want someone who is going to do an exceptional job of selling your house. It's going to net you the highest amount of profit possible. So keep in mind that you also want a team that's going to be able to help you effectively manage this whole buyer selling process. Most people make the error of just hiring an agent that they are friends with, saw one of their signs, or some other method that tells you very little about their skill level. The biggest disappointments occur when sellers don't vet their real estate agent correctly. Downsizing into a smaller home often consists of timing issues that need to be given great considerable thought and strategic planning around. A great real estate agent is going to have the expertise, the process, stellar strategic planning, and multiple checklists and a system to follow, so you don't have to worry about anything except knowing that you can close one chapter of your life and start creating the next chapter of your life. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notifications bell to get all of the Oregon real estate updates. Guys, if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments below. Happy to answer any questions you got. Until next time,